What's up, agents, and welcome back to a very interesting division video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, okay, so the division have just posted over on the X page, and if this doesn't tell you that they actually care about the game, nothing actually will. I'm actually super impressed with this response. So let's talk about the response first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards. So agents, after a thorough evaluation, we've decided to disable the option to buy season levels in the season pass until the end of the season. While this feature was intended to help players with the seasonal progression, it has been used in unintended ways after the addition of the new stretch goals. This situation was not anticipated by the team, and we will reassess the synergy between these two features to ensure the community can get the best of both in future seasons. In the meantime, you can still level up naturally and earn all of the rewards until the end of the season, benefiting from other features like the XP event. Thank you for your understanding and continued support as we work to improve your experience. The Division 2 team. So, I basically posted a video about it yesterday and a little bit earlier on, that from the boxes that you get, I'm just going to flip over to mine. Now I'll go into the season pass. So these ones here, the Brooklyn activation caches, I've done a bunch of videos on these now, but when you open them, you have a bunch of options on what you can get from them. I got nothing extra from that one this time, but all of the gear you can see here, all the vanity comes from them boxes, but they also drop fabled exotics. So things like the Regulus, the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, the Bighorn, the Ouroboros, and the Provocateur, not so much. As well as seasonal exotics, the Oxpecker and the Exodus gloves. Now, there's only a very small chance, 0.5%, but in saying that, I've had an Eagle Bearer, I've had an Ouroboros, and I've had a Provocateur that I got actually on a video that I posted just yesterday. So, although the chance is low, seems low, there's obviously a pretty decent chance of getting it. Now, I bought a bunch of levels for content because I wanted to get all of these rewards to make a video on the vanity, and it turned out I really lucked out in doing so due to this kind of thing happening when it comes to exotic components. So pretty crazy, but obviously it didn't feel right. Even when I made the video yesterday, it felt very pay to win exotics, especially for the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous and the Regulus. They're locked behind quite hard content, even by nowadays standards for newer players, and it just really didn't feel right that them exotics were in that pool. Now, and then the fact on top of that you could buy them. Now, they're still in that pool, so obviously you've still got a chance to level up and you've still got a chance to get them, but no longer is real money involved. And I think that's probably the right decision. I think when it comes to the stretch goals at the end of the season, they should just disable purchasing of season levels. Let people buy season levels up until the stretch goals goes active at the end of the season, and then all of a sudden just turn that off like they've done today. Just turn off purchasing of season levels for the stretch goals section at the end. And I think that's probably fair. Whether they keep the Eagle Bearer, Ravenous and Bighorn and stuff in there, I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it kind of is what it is, right? The raids were always my thing back in the day, not so much anymore. They are old content, so I kind of agree with other ways of people getting them. They did put them in the DZ, but I feel like putting them in these boxes maybe a step too far. But that's a different conversation altogether. But obviously, they'll have made a huge amount of money, let's face it, from people buying hundreds of season levels to try and get some of these exotics over the last few days, because some people have wild and insane credit cards and will actively purchase to their heart's content. So they are going to be making a huge amount of money. So the fact they've stepped up and gone, actually, no, this is wrong, and disabled that feature, to me says a lot. I mean, it says that, I know people think they don't care about the game, they don't care about PvP. Yes, the stuff not been fixed for a long time for various reasons, but they've seen that this has been used unintentionally, and within a day or two they have disabled it and clearly made the right choice. So big props to Massive for that. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me down below in the comments. I'm sure that the comments will be interesting and spicy. There is obviously the fact that people have managed to take advantage of it. I'm not going to lie. I bought levels to get the seasonal vanity items to make video. I've clearly benefited from the fact that I could do that. So intentionally or not, people will have benefited from that. So maybe it could have been done a little bit quicker, I guess, but maybe not. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. You know, sometimes if you get on something early, you do get affected in a nice way, but also that could be the opposite, where, you know, you can get affected by the people that got the Scorpio skin and, you know, constant game crashing and things like that. And although there is a workaround for that, getting on that early would have had a negative effect against you in the, you know, initial stages. So you kind of get what I mean. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I appreciate all of your views, comments. I know I don't get to as many of the comments as I would like to, but I will always try to get to them. So please do comment and I'll get to your comments as much as I can. It's just been super busy with videos and content right now. But thanks for supporting the channel. The likes and the comments and the subs really do help out and let the channel grow. So I appreciate you all very, very much. Anyway, that's enough crying. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.